E. Oh, dang. Alright, cool. So, I guess this is just now my personal diary now. And I just up. Personal diary, but I load it on the fucking internet. Like, what is on with me? Anyways, so, man. Man. Me when parasocial relationships, holy. I need to get that shit sorted out, but it happens. It happens. My ass just looking at reels while doing this. Uh, I think this. Oh, I was about to say there's no downside to liking a VTuber or being parasocial to one, but I think that in on itself is already a downside. But like, there are advantages to it, like how the fact that they're not gonna be there forever. You kind of get used to that to some degree after like watching them. After watching, I've been watching VTubers for 4 whole years. What the fuck? Okay, me when 2020 was just a rough year, but hey, no, at least watching VTubers at least more happier. It reduced how bad it was. That's for sure. Didn't necessarily put me in the positive. If my happiness or if my mood is a graph, being positive is happy, and in the negatives would be sad. It kind of bumped up from like -10 to like -8, -7. So like it's better than nothing at that point. But like if we like looking back, I've been watching VTubers since like 2020. Like a bunch of them like started popping off. I'm happy for that. But like at the same time, a bunch of them just left. Cause like, what? Cause there's a difference between like a VTuber graduating while knowing that there's a small chance that they will continue. Maybe they go from indie to corpo. But like there's also another feeling where you know that they're just absolutely done with streaming as a whole, like VTubing as a whole, and like you'll probably never see them or like very rarely see them. The circumstances will just not line up with the things you do. Because I have a feeling I know where to find this VTuber that just graduated that I really like, my Kami Oshi. I'll just call her my Kami Oshi because she really is. But like I know where to find her, but like it's a rabbit hole in on itself that I most certainly don't want to touch with a 10-foot pole because like it's VR chat, the but like it's fucking VR chat. Why would I purposely want to subject myself to going down there? So now I'm just like so now I'm just like looking back to seeing the announcement. Oh, she announced it even after stream. Uh, since like I think it's all going to go well. Then boom, sudden announcement. Your Honor, Mr. President, they hit the second tower. But like, it happens. Uh, but hey, and it is good on her. She said that she gets anxiety from streaming, and like it's better for mental health if she just stops, which I respect. But like a selfish side of me really wants her to continue. But it's selfish. I can't expect to really. I can't really expect her to fucking do it. That's too parasocial even for me. Cause like I think the advantage of me being parasocial is that I kind of learn to deal with people eventually. Cause like has been 2020 was like a very rough year. Uh, a great loss. That's all I can say. You kind of eventually you start to learn how to continue on with life, if despite this person probably not life anymore. Be it that you cut them off, they left you or not. That's what it is. Yes, that's the advantage to being a fan of VTubers that everybody is very likely going to leave. You probably will never see them again, and it just happens. And that's the one advantage I have is that like if people leave me, I probably can cope. I I can cope well. I'm kind of used to it. I realistically I should not be because like I think if you get used to people leaving you, you're gonna start to distance because you're like, what's because it'll is essentially a negative feedback loop. People leave you, and to cope. Time there's two ways of coping. Either you cope in a positive manner where, despite everything that's happened, you will always treasure the attachment you have, and then there's the negative feedback where it's like, oh, if they leave me, everybody else can leave me. I'm gonna keep an arm's distance away from everyone. Which is like the thing I'm trying my best to avoid, but like at the same time, I'm terrible at like socializing with people. It's like as much as I want to go out with my friends, I terrible at planning, and like I don't want to disturb them. I don't know why. Might be just like a level of like social anxiety or something. But like I don't wanna disturb them. I'm not often the one to go out and like invite people or anything. I'm more of a spontaneous kind of person. Like, oh hey, people would be like, hey, you down for this? And then I would always say yes. Cause like I like social interaction in my life, but it like happens. Cause like I'm terrible at like talking to people in general. I would say. It's like the people I'm really close with, or I'm crazy close with, but like but I'm not close to the average person. The people I'm close with are like people I fuck with heavy, so of course I can communicate with them rather well. I feel like it could be better, but like I need to get better at like having casual conversations with people. It's like, oh, someone you just met, like how to carry on with conversations, how to continue conversations. I don't know. I often like always want to try really hard, but like I'm always at a wall when it happens. Like it is what it is. Eventually that wall will be just gotta keep on trying. Just keep on at it. That's why at the same time I really should try to commit harder to things. It's like I since like 2022 at this point that, oh, I'm gonna be on a cut. But then like when I'm on a cut, suddenly my mom's like, oh, are you eating well? And then I start to get worried. Then I immediately like go on a bulk, and then now my mom's like, oh, you're too fat. Like you need to lose that stuff, bruh. Okay, buddy. Okay, pal. What if I just like hard commit to the bit? Just just be on a cut right now. That's what I'm at least trying to do. Learn or start cooking my own food again. Preparing my own food. Try my best to at least try to count calories to the best of my ability, because I know I'm not gonna be accurate, and I'm like a small dude. Like being 5'3", it's like you don't need much energy when you're that tall. Like genuinely, if I want to reach an ideal fat percentage, because like I'm gonna double check, but like if I recall correctly, a 5'3" dude at a decent weight, or like okay, if you go by like optimal weight, like your height minus by 100, that's what your optimal weight would be, like in centimeters. So like, me being 5'3", 160 centimeters, right? If ideally I should be at 60 kilograms, and if I go by base metabolic rate, it'll be probably like 1.505 calories a day. So if I just sit there do nothing, okay, cool. So if I try to do the bare minimum of like little to no exercise a week, I probably have to like eat like around 1 point. I've, I'm like in the 7 kilos. That's like getting crazy close to overweight. If I want to start losing weight, I need to eat like 1.5. Yeah, wow, around 1,500 calories a day. So like it's like if the base metabolic rate of someone my height and then optimal weight is literally what I need to eat for weight loss, I'll just like hard commit to the. I just have to hard commit to eating just enough to maintain my base metabolic rate. Like it's hard, man. Like, oh, me when I live in a place where all food is good, like genuinely, me, it's like, yeah, no shit. This area has a high obesity rate. All the food here is good, dude. Like, oh my god, it's like especially during the weekends, I would usually go out with breakfast with my mom, but like it's like there's usually these two different places we go to. They're both local places. One's an Indian restaurant. One's like a general. General restaurant? Where I call general restaurant? I don't know. They serve local food either way, but like, dog, that Indian restaurant is so good, dude, and it's also crazy cheap for the portions. Like, oh my god, how can I not, dude? But like, I always like try to limit myself whenever I go to the Indian restaurant. I always try my best, like just buy, just buy the chicken they have, like tangri Afghani chicken or something like that. It's like, it's so good. But I generally want to eat like the biryani there. I also want to eat the naan there, but at the same time I'm like, okay, like thinking about it, looking at it, it might like make me overshoot how much calories. But I'm not sure. Then again, I'm not sure because like with a naan, because naan would obviously be meat, which tends to be high in energy. The reason I only take chicken is because like your net calorie would be much more lower, since protein, it takes time, it takes more energy to digest compared to normal carbs. It's like me when it takes energy to digest food into energy, which is like crazy. But like, if I want to min max the shit out of it, I have to eat protein. Because like, I protein and fibers realistically, because obviously fibers, they're not really there for it. You just help with the movement in your small intestines more than anything, your intestines in general, because fiber in concept is just there to prevent constipation by making sure your body recognizes like, oh, this cannot be digested, we should immediately get it out. So they tend to carry like everything with them, because like, you can't selective, your body's not selective. Your body can't really be selective with what they get rid of. It's like how if you try to lose weight, suddenly you it's like you can't lose weight at a specific area. You're gonna lose weight across the board. It's the same way how like it's how your body recovers as well. It's like, oh, you can act like, it's like if you get injured, ultimately the if you think about it, right, uh if you get injured a specific area, it will still take time across. It will still take time, but if you get uh it'll still take the same time as when you get injured across multiple smaller areas, because like, your body's gonna recover everywhere. Your body, I think, naturally should recover every time you go to sleep, which is why sleep is important, which is I'm trying to prioritize. But oh my god, playing video games, me I picked up Star Rail, and like, oh my god, this is a yapping session. Why am I suddenly good at yapping? But like, I picked up Star Rail, which is nice. I reached Penacony. I see everything. It's like, oh my god, this story is long as fuck, but it's so good. Firefly goated and Akron's goated. I've reached that point of Penacony. Just met Gallagher, met Sample. Just Sparkle. Just met Sparkle, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna continue doing side quests. It's like another thing. Why am I suddenly, yeah? Okay, what was the point of this video? What's the point of this diary? I was supposed to like vent about like, oh, it's nice to have like VTuber connect, or like being parasocial relationships, because like it's helped me like move on with like people essentially cutting themselves off from me, even if it's like, if it's they're forced to, like, I can't really do anything about it. It happens. I'm also watching another VTuber that just raided into, what's this? Oh, ASMR. Wait, I'm gonna change the background just so that I can yap some more but again, it happens, it is what it is. I, all I can say is life goes on, and it's just a matter of whether you choose to, you know pursue improvement. Because like, I think in life, I have a general rule in life. If I know people are trying their absolute hardest to be a better person, they most certainly deserve my respect. But the people that don't even attempt to get better, it's like they know they're bad, but they're not gonna do jack shit anything about it. Those people, oh my god. Like, listen, it's like, for I hate you, but like, for reasons, can only hope for you to get better at that point. Cause like, your life has to be absolutely shitty to the point where you feel like there's no hope. I just hope you find the light in your life that helps you focus on self improvement. Cause I think in life, at this point, the conclusion to life that I've come to is that just focus on improving yourself. So what if you're, like, in a shitty situation. So what if you're like bad at things? At that point, you can only get better if you think about it. That's probably one of the main reasons I wanna go to the gym, because like I I I really feel quite dissatisfied with how my body looks, and like I feel like it could be better. It's like I know you will never like reach any influencer's level, and like you give me like 1 2 years, you'll never reach. Give me like 5 10 years, then maybe I can reach a level of an influencer at that point. But like the average influencer may also be like, you know, have been training for who knows how many years compared to me, and also some of them might also take performance enhancing drugs, which like, now obviously it matters, but like it's like sometimes like genetics is also another thing, which means I just gotta work extra harder. Just a skill issue. Like another thing, finding it's finding a girlfriend like fucking a point in self improvement. Because at this point it's just a skill issue. Both my brothers have someone to call their own. All my friends, they seem pretty chill. They seem alright. So I think it's just a skill issue on my end at this point. Would you lose? Nah, I'd win. Uh, I've yapped for 16 minutes. That should be enough. Should I yap some more? Nah, I really don't want to leave this computer on for too long. The last time I used this laptop was my fucking semester. No, a little after my semester. I was playing Poke Rogue, but like, yeah. Yeah, let's go Poke Rogue. Good for being a browser game so I can play it anywhere. Alright, the show. Bye bye.